For those of you that are new deans, we've been doing this for about 5 or 6 years. We set up a little bit of time where people can share some cool idea that they have going on in their program with the rest of us. And so we have 4 sessions during the conference. This first one, we have the deans from Carnegie Mellon University, then Cal State Polytechnic Panoma, and then Stony Brook University. So if you can kind of make your way forward and get queued up, each dean has exactly 4 minutes, and hopefully the PowerPoint will come through okay. And so John Cagan, are you ready to go? Okay, come on, John. Yeah, the green, and there's your little clock.
Yeah, but I'm looking for the slides here. All right, well, the slides aren't working, but I guess my clock is working, so I will get started without it. So I wanted to talk to you about a program we have called Real World Engineering, which is a program open to our undergraduates, and it's mostly targeting the freshmen and sophomores. And this is before they've had multiple internships, and even if they've had one, they haven't really necessarily focused on their career. And the idea of this is for them to then have visits to different companies where they'll spend multiple hours, often with an alumni, but not always, and they'll have maybe 3 of these hours, maybe 3 of these sessions in a day, where they're shadowing someone, talking about their career, seeing how engineering works in their companies. Now I can't get the clicker to work. Okay, there we go. So we've been offering this for about 7 years, and we open this to all undergraduates to apply. The program really allows students to see how engineering matters, how it's going to impact their career, and to start to learn how to network and why that's important. So we send people to different locations. We have locations with Washington, D.C., Silicon Valley, Boston, and Pittsburgh, of course. And they meet professionals, and they sort of shadow and learn about their career. We've had about 300 students participate, and we've had them visit both companies like Ford, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, but also government agencies, Department of Energy, FCC, State Department, and also IT companies like Google, Facebook, Samsung, so obviously many more. In this way, and you can look up the information of this program online. So it's been a really interesting program, and again, for these especially these younger students. And some of the feedback we've gotten are things like classroom experience is valuable, but nothing compares to seeing and experiencing what engineering is like in the real world. I can't read, it's so small here. I can't think of anyone in any field who wouldn't benefit from a program like this. Or it's more than a trip that helps us know a bunch of companies. It's generally helpful in improving social skills, learning the importance of our education, and how we can better prepare from where we stand in college. So we couple this usually with an alumni event, so that not only alumni are networking and they're also connecting back to the university, but again, these students get to connect with multiple alumni and start to, again, hear about careers and see how networks are important. So it's been a very popular program and one that we think has been very effective. Thank you.
I'm Joe Rencis from Cal Poly Pomona. If you don't know about Cal Poly Pomona, we're one of the 23 campuses in the California State University system, which is actually the largest system in the United States. So I'm here to talk about Femineers. So it's not come up yet, but I'll talk about it here. So we have a Femineers, which is an outreach program. Oh, thanks. All right, there we go. Thank you. So we have a Femineers program, which is an outreach program. It's under our Women for Engineering program. Actually, we're really proud of that program. And at the WEPAN conference that's coming up, we'll be receiving the Women in Engineering Initiation Award. Our Femineers program has actually been recognized by the White House a couple of years ago for educational excellence, in particular for Hispanics. So let me tell you a little bit about the program. It was created by our Associate Dean back in 2013. She did that in conjunction with a faculty member in mechanical engineering. They both went out, him and her. They got a grant from the Kellogg Foundation. If you don't know anything about Cal Poly Pomona, our campus was the winter home of actually J.W. Kellogg. So the purpose of this program is to inspire and to empower, especially females in K through 12. We want to get them interested in taking STEM courses, and also, in particular, to pursue STEM careers. The whole approach is around project-based learning. So the program is a 3-year type of program. Basically, the projects, they start out to be more, let's say, close-ended, and as you go through, from year 1 to 2 to 3, they become more open-ended. A school might just participate in year 1, or they could do 1 and 2, or they could all do 3 years. It really depends on the finance associated with the particular school. The students actually typically do this in teams of 3 to 4 students. They sometimes will do less depending on the particular type of school. So what will happen is in K through 5, we have this just for the first year, and we have more simpler type activities around that particular project. But in middle school and high school, the students can go through 1, 2, and also 3. The way we do this is we actually bring in the teachers in the fall, and we do training. And then we also bring in the students later on in the fall, and then in the spring where they show off actually their projects. One of the things that we're going to be doing, we're not now associated with Project Lead the Way, so we're expanding this program. We're going to start doing teacher training this summer, and we're going to see this program actually expanding. An additional thing we're doing is summer camps, which we've actually never did at Cal Poly Pomona and the College of Engineering. You can see kind of the growth of the program. I started last year. We had about 18 schools, and you can see here we had 50 teachers. We've expanded it a lot this year, more than doubling the number of schools we have and significantly increasing the number of teachers. We're actually expecting this to end up increasing more because we'll be training the teachers over the summer. We also do have schools in some other states. Our first one was over in Iowa, and then over in Kansas, and recently we just added one school over in North Carolina. We have about 1,100 students, and 77% of them are Hispanic. So we're looking for partners for partner schools. You can contact CPP_we, that's our Women in Engineering program, at cpp.edu, and then we have the various social media. And if you're interested, you can talk to me, plus I also have a brochure. Thanks.
Thank you. I know the lunch is getting cold, and I'm as hungry as you are, so I understand the pressure. I'll be ultra quick. I'm Fotis Sotiropoulos from the College of Engineering and Applied Sciences at Stony Brook. At Stony Brook, 3-4 years ago, we started a strategic effort to grow participation of women in STEM education. So I will share with you some of the strategies and some of the quantifiable results we have been able to accomplish. Taking a quick step back, what our entire student body looks like. We are approximately 4,000 undergraduate students right now and 1,600 graduate students. This has been tremendous growth, as many of you see, over 50% growth in the last 5 years. Right now, Stony Brook is #1 in BS degree producers in New York State. We're in the top 20 in the nation at the undergraduate level, in the top 50 in terms of graduate degrees. The quality of our undergraduate students has been going up as we try to control the growth and manage it in terms of SAT scores and so on. But we have also focused a lot on growing student success, approaching and about to exceed 60% four-year graduation rates right now. A major curricular innovation that we just introduced is vertically integrated projects, joining a growing group of colleges around the country that's introduced this curricular innovation to restructure the entire curriculum. We have designed the program to engage students, undergraduates and graduates across the entire university. Actually, we are using this as a vehicle to implement a lot of AI curricular innovations as well. There is tremendous enthusiasm in our student body. When it comes to women in science and engineering, Our strategy has been based on revamping and entirely restructuring our Women in Science and Engineering program. First of all, we elevated it into a university-wide honors program, and we developed three strategies along three major thrusts. One is recruitment of new students, reaching out to middle schools and high schools through after-school programs, summer camps, and so on. The second is focusing on retention of students within the university, within Stony Brook, focusing on undergraduate students, women that are accepted by WISE. We developed and introduced a new WISE curriculum, which I believe is the first in the nation. It is part of satisfying the general education requirement, and it's providing leadership and research training for women. We have programs focusing on graduate women students. We have programs focusing on training faculty and TAs to change the culture by promoting inclusive and diverse classrooms. And last but not least is partnerships with faculty. We provide a mechanism for faculty to use WISE to submit proposals and satisfy the broader impact parts of their proposals to NSF and NIH. And we have a broad range of partnerships with industry. This is really the summary of the strategies, and I will show you what we have been doing in each one of them. As far as recruitment, we have grown dramatically the number of women from middle schools and high schools we engage. We are in target right now to go to engage over 200 students in 2019, which is 63% growth in the last few years. When it comes to retention, the number of students in our WISE program has been growing rapidly. We are on target to achieve 400 students right now, over 70% growth. And having over 90% retention rate of women students over the last 4 years. Of course, a major effort has been in terms of partnerships from industry, from college, from university, from educational institutions and so on, government labs and what have you. And the last and ultimate thing that I would like to share with you is this graph, which really shows the bottom line. The bottom line is when it comes to average number of women in our student body across the entire college, we have been inching upward steadily, but really the most exciting thing, a sign of things to come, and something that directly measures the impact of what we've been doing the last 4 years, is the number of women in our first year students right now, which is really growing very, very rapidly. We are right now at 31%. We started at about 24, and we have long ways to go, but I think we are making progress. Thank you.